Sixer Nation, it is officially James Harden week, and we are not going to forget how the national media try to downplay this duo. This ain't the only video that is like this. James Harden might actually hurt the Sixers. Just wait.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today we are talking about the Sixers debuting James Harden versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. But before we get into all that, Sixer Nation, help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. We also do the live play-by-plays for the Sixers. And yes, I can't wait to do it for the beard, for James Harden in his debut. And you saw the intro, right? We got Embiid, we got Tyrese Maxey, but we're going to have a beautiful James Harden clip coming up in there. But it's stuff like this that I'm not going to forget. We got 24 more games left with James Harden and Joel Embiid. 24. Let me know in the comment section. We got to get it started, right? There's going to be a little bit of newness to it. But in the last 24 games, let me know what you believe the record's going to be. And just listen to this. When Joel Embiid is off the court, meaning not playing, injured, or, taking a day off, the Sixers are 4-8. 4 games under 500, 4-8. When Joel Embiid is on the floor, we are 31-15. And that just shows how dominant he is. And now you're taking a guy, giving him a legit Robin, almost Batman B instead of 1A, 1B in James Harden, who can get it done. 2 games without KD and Kyrie. He dropped 35 plus, and he got a triple-double. And I believe both them games, he can do it with a supporting cast and without a supporting cast in the regular season. But the biggest gripe on Harden, it's not going to be how he fits with Joel Embiid in the regular season. Is what is James Harden going to do in the playoffs, right? The same people that are downplaying Harden's skill in general then want to flip it to the playoffs, right? So what is it? Is James Harden washed, or is he not a good playoff player? Make up your mind. Listen, my brother's a Heat fan, and he literally called me today and said he believes Brooklyn got better, we got worse. I said, how? How? He went on talking. I really stopped listening. But he tried to explain that we're better with Ben Simmons if Ben Simmons came back. And I said, are you nuts? We've had multiple years of that. Regardless how you feel about Ben Simmons, here are the facts. We were in the second round 3 times. We got beat by the Celtics, beat by the Raptors, and beat by the Hawks. Now, the Raptor series had Jimmy Butler, and it was a heartbreak, ripped out. I understand that, but the end game is we could not get out of the second round with Ben Simmons. So that is the limit. No matter what you say, the limit is second round. So if you do not think the Sixers are getting out of their second round, then go ahead and try to hold that. But don't act like we had a chance to do this, that, and the third because we didn't do it. I don't care how close we are. Close is for horseshoes and quates or whatever you want to call it. Close don't win you nothing. No moral victories. James Harden is going to make Tobias Harris better. People just forget that James Harden averages 10 assists. He led the league in assists. Ben Simmons didn't do that. Ben Simmons was good in transition. Get the rebound, go. That's when he assisted to Danny Green and J.J. Redick and Seth Curry and Robert Covington back in the day. That's when he did that. Half-court set, he didn't get assists, he didn't get buckets, and he just shriveled up and hid in the corner at the end of his tenure. Now, I can't act like James Harden didn't have some bad games, and I got to bring it up. Here it is. This is the biggest thing. When you finally get them to believe, like, dang, he does average 10 assists. Dang, he did drop 35 multiple times when he was by himself. Man, he is still averaging, supposedly washed, 20-something, 8 and 10. Hold up. Yeah. He did just come to the Sixers and give a little pep talk to Maxey, and he dropped 12. And like, there's so much that just makes them feel stupid, and then they start to realize, and that's when they bring up the playoff blunders. Harden's last 8 games facing elimination, and these are all for the Rockets. Because with the Thunder, he was a 6 man, and with the Brooklyn Nets, he was injured. Hamstring. It is what it is. His record is 1-7. He shot 39.7% from the field, 23.7% from three, and he averaged about 6.3 turnovers per game. And this is in 8 elimination games. The biggest thing is 1-7. But who was the best player every single time in this scenario? James Harden. Who's the best player on the Sixers? Joel Embiid, then James Harden. Who was the Houston Rockets' third best player? Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker. And for whatever you think about Tobias Harris, he's better than all of them. And so is Tyrese Maxey in just finishing and being an all-around player. Not just a shooter, but an all-around player. So he has a better supporting cast. He's now the second in command. And so he don't have to force these shots up. And let's not act like this didn't come against a stout Western Conference where actually some of his and the majority of his bad performances have came against the Golden State Warriors with KD, without KD, but that team was a juggernaut. Before KD got there, it was Andre Iguodala and Sean Livingston off the bench to play defense. They were not just the Splash Brothers. They were the best defensive team in the NBA. So they knew they had to shut Harden down, and if they double team or triple team Harden, nobody else could beat him. I repeat, nobody else could beat him. And then Harden and CP3 took a lead on the Golden State Warriors and was about to beat them. And so CP3, just like that, got injured, like he is now for the Suns, right? It's been a calling card in his game and his legacy forever. Injured with the Clippers, had a chance. Injured with the Rockets, had a chance. Last year wasn't injured, but he was hobbled up, and now this year again, hopefully he's good. I like CP3. But at the end of the day, when you have no supporting cast, you're going against a dynasty, and you are forced to take every impossible shot, and you're playing iso ball, which I know he likes to do, and we'll get to that before the game start. Not today necessarily, but James Harden has so many facets to his game. He could do so much. But at the end of the day, when you're getting triple team, no supporting cast, and you gotta shoot. It is what it is. In this scenario, if James Harden misses 3 in a row, well, guess what? Now he facilitates. You got Tobias Harris who can get a bucket. And I know people are down on him, but he's actually been playing pretty darn good the month of January following to the month of February. You know, he's been doing what he needs to do. And now as a fourth or third option, where the ball don't got to be in his hand because it could be in Harden's hand, and then he can get buckets downhill like he wanted to, like he wants to in Doc's system. And then you got Joel Embiid, who if he isos, if he puts his back to the basket, posts up, he doesn't command one player. He commands two. Listen, for as great as Kevin Durant is, and Kevin Durant is great, he does not get doubled as much as Joel Embiid because at the end of the day, KD's going to rise up and shoot over you. You know, do some things like that. You don't really double. And KD's so efficient, he catches and shoots, so he gets the ball and he goes up. You don't have time to double. Joel Embiid gets doubled more than anybody in the NBA, and go ahead and look it up. That's a fact. So Harden's going to gain from that. So is Embiid, so is Maxey, so is Harris. It's just going to flow. And for those who say, it's playoffs, and I agree with the Skip Baylesses and the whoever this guy right here is and the Stephen A. Smiths and the blah, 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 blah. Keep agreeing. 24 games. We're going to win at least 17, 18 of them. And we're going to go to the playoffs feeling real good. And I want y'all to keep that same energy. Miami Heat fans, watch out. Brooklyn Net fans, watch out. Celtics, I can't wait. I can't wait. And by all means, come back and let me know if you believe I'm wrong. And if this video, I just want to see y'all come back months later to this video. Because I'm talking my talk and I believe in what the Sixers are going to do. And I'm talking about a championship run, right? We are pieces away. We our bench is our bench, but it's still what wins in this league is top tier talent, and we got some of that. And will we be net better next year? Yes. But we got to talk about this year. And the main goal is to just get out the second round. Let's be honest, right? Championship, Eastern Conference Finals, that's cool. But when you haven't got out the second round in 20 years, I need to get out of there. And once we get out of there, we see who we play in the Eastern Conference Finals. Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee, we'll see. But for the people who legitly think that Harden's not going to be good, y'all in for a rude awakening. Sixer Nation, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I know y'all know basketball. Unlike some of the Bucks and Heats and Brooklyn Net fans, I know y'all know basketball. And let me know, what is our record going to be in the next 24? We out.